blood run cold. A brutal murder unfolding right before his eyes. Shaking with fear, he grabbed his phone to call the police, but suddenly the hall light turned on. Afraid of being exposed, he rushed to switch it off. Too late, the killer had already noticed him. He told his wife nothing and quietly returned to the balcony. The moment he looked down again, his eyes locked with the killer's. Now he was sure he had been seen. Panic took over as he searched for his phone, only to realize the killer was counting floors and heading toward his building. Terrified, he locked all the doors and waited in silence. But no footsteps came. Maybe the killer hadn't noticed after all. Gathering courage, he opened the door, only to wake up. It had all been a nightmare. But by morning, his fear hadn't faded. He didn't dare step onto the balcony again. What he didn't know was that the woman downstairs was still alive. In her final moments, she managed to call the police before the killer returned and finished what he started. Soon, police cars filled the area. Before leaving for work, the man visited the crime scene and stood exactly where the killer had stood. As he looked up toward his own apartment, a chilling thought struck him. The killer might know who he is. The investigation revealed no CCTV, no clear footage, no witnesses. The victim wasn't even a resident of the society, so no one stepped forward. Haunted by what he saw, he spent the entire day in shock. That evening, the society manager handed him a confidential agreement stating that no resident would cooperate with the police. His conscience began to crumble under the weight of silence. Finally, he decided to send an anonymous tip revealing everything. He wrote it all down, but froze when he saw his family photo. Thinking of his wife and daughter's safety, he deleted the message. The next day, a police officer arrived at his home for questioning. Only his wife was there. Unaware of the truth, she simply said she had woken up for water that night and saw her husband in the hall, asking her not to turn on the lights. And now, the real danger was slowly moving closer to his door.